Today I'm going to demonstrate the long tail cast on. This is a great versatile cast on. It's fairly stretchy and it creates a really nice, neat cast on edge. So I'm going to demonstrate this technique in 3 steps, and what I'll do is demonstrate the 3 steps really slowly, and then I'll just cast on a number of stitches step by step. So the long tail cast on uses 2 strands, the tail end and the ball end of the yarn, simultaneously to create that cast on edge. So you'll want to start with a nice long tail. There are a number of ways to calculate how long the tail needs to be. One way is to use a length of yarn that's about 3 times longer than the piece that you're knitting. Another way to calculate this is to cast on, say, 10 stitches, unravel them, and then once you know how long a tail you need for 10 stitches, you can use that to calculate how much you'll need for your cast on. So for example, if you needed 20 stitches, you would use twice that length of yarn. So a lot of tutorials on this topic start with a slip knot on the needle as your first stitch. I personally don't when I do the long tail cast on. I don't find it's necessary, and I find it just creates an unnecessary bump and a knot there on your cast on edge that would otherwise be nice and smooth. So what I do is I just drape the yarn over the needle, the tail end in front, the ball end in the back, and I just use my right forefinger to anchor that loop onto the needle until I've got a few stitches on there. So this will end up being your first stitch. So to start, you've got your yarn draped over your needle, tail in front, ball in back. You're going to want to hold these 2 strands together in the last 3 fingers of your left hand, and holding that first stitch on the needle with your right forefinger, you'll take your thumb and forefinger, put them down through that loop and up. So now you've got a loop on your thumb and a loop on your forefinger. So let's create our second stitch. So the first step is to take your needle down and then up through this loop on your thumb. So let's just look at that one more time. The needle goes down and up through that loop on the thumb. The second step is to draw your needle up and around, catching that strand on your left forefinger. And then the third step, you just draw that strand through the loop on your thumb, take your thumb out, and pull it tight. You don't want to pull this too tightly. So we've got 2 stitches on our needle. Let's just try this again. Take our needle down and up through the loop on our thumb, up and around the loop, or the strand rather, on our forefinger, and draw it back through that loop on our thumb. Down and up through the loop on our thumb, up and around that strand on our forefinger, through the loop on our thumb. Down and up through, up and around the back, through the loop. Down and up through that loop on our thumb, up and around the strand on our finger, and then through that loop on our thumb. And that's it. That is the long tail cast on. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and tutorials.